I'm Kat Miller, and this is Dice TV. Managing projects across geographic lines and cultures is becoming more complex as companies expand their workforce options. Project teams can span multiple countries as companies choose from offshore resource pools. Each country and organization has their own set of rules and assumptions for the way they work, and the responsibility for understanding these differences and being able to communicate them to the team falls to the project manager. Here are some tips for managing those IT projects that do combine offshore and U.S. workers. First is understanding culture. Depending on the country, there will be a social order within the workplace that should be respected and followed. Do your best to understand that prior to your first engagement with any member of that team. It will definitely set the standard for your working relationship going forward. If you're able to exhibit that knowledge, new teams will appreciate your understanding of how their team works. Next, set clear standards. Set clear expectations for team communications and work. In the kickoff meeting, provide a set of standards you expect the team to follow. Provide examples, templates, and other documentation to enable the team to be successful with those requirements. Be flexible. Depending on location, employees may be up to 12 hours ahead. Be sensitive to this. While the expectation can be that they flex to a U.S. workday, it may not be feasible because of transportation and other limitations. Be sure to understand those limitations before placing expectations on the team members abroad. Distribution of resources. Define the resource allocations needed. Some companies will float your resources depending on the demand for the day. It's always good to ensure the resources you're leveraging are consistent on your project. This will provide continuity and context for your team going forward. Pay special attention to this as you manage the budget and the work. It's not something that may show up immediately, but it can impact your code quality. Distinguish your resources. What types of teams are you using? Are they testing teams, code teams, or is everything offshore? Identifying the differences in these resources will impact your overall project plan, your schedule, budget, and management style. Managing a project with any kind of team is hard, but add to that different time zones, cultural expectations, and a diverse group of people needing to work together across countries and continents, and it can become even more challenging. Following these tips will help you to keep the momentum of the project moving forward by avoiding misunderstandings. I'm Kat Miller, and this is Dice TV.